So, here's the thing about Sam Manson from It's interesting that there's a whole community of hate behind this character that I didn't even know existed. I mean, like, really? We're going back and criticizing Danny Phantom characters for bullshit? My god, people really just love to nitpick and call people toxic when they're not. It's also interesting considering this character was way ahead of her time, and is voiced by Grey DeLisle, so. Haven't seen the show since I was a literal child, so don't take this too seriously, but I definitely never hated her. I'm not sure I understood what hate even was at the point I was watching this show, but either way, I didn't. And rewatching it now, she really doesn't come off as annoying at all. In fact, the main trio, even when they're trying to be painted as annoying, is pretty entertaining to watch. Specifically Tucker. I love Tucker. But it was interesting to find out what people's problem with her was. And so far, here's what I found. Exhibit A, ultra recyclo-vegetarian. I feel like people go in way too hard on this joke and take it ultra seriously. The thing I saw about it is, it can prod fun at this type of culture, but the character is ultimately shown to be a good person and sympathetic, so I think they do appreciate those decisions. I think the joke is just a joke. And yes, her insistence on her ideals can be frustrating, especially when she dates another guy for it, but it really characterizes her well as the moody, kind, but opinionated girl. A trope, but a nice one, because those characters usually have depth. Plus, she just cares about the environment. Good for her. I mean, why is that so bad? Also, it's really not that extreme. They make jokes about it, but realistically, it's not even that dramatic. She pretty much just doesn't eat animals. She still drinks milk and shit. She's not even vegan.
Seats made of owl leather? Interior wood paneling from the Amazon rainforest? 12 gallons to the mile?
Exhibit B, her crush on Danny. Look, I won't deny that they strung out that will they, won't they shit for the entire series, but is it really all that bad? I understand that it gets to a point where you're like, I get it, they like each other. But they're still a really cute couple that needs some development before they're able to move forward. Plus, them acting so awkward because they're such close friends and they don't really view each other that way is pretty realistic. Think about how old these kids are, folks. They're 14. The fucking idiots. Adding to that realism is the fact that everyone else knows, even his dad. When he gave him that ring, he knew exactly what he was doing. And I think that her character type really works well for this type of storyline. It makes sense to me that Danny wouldn't really see her romantically or feel comfortable doing that because 1, he's known her forever, and 2, because she's so aggressive and opinionated. Those people often get looked over. And by the end of the series, there has been development on both of their sides. Let's not deny it. It's not the biggest development in the world, but it's definitely there. They are different people by the end of the show. Sam learns how to open up and how to overcome her kind of standoffish nature, and Danny learns to be more true to himself and more honest with the people around him. And that is why they are able to get together and overcome this childish, we're just friends thing. Exhibit C, her personality. Lots of times in television, people really enjoy cold, distant, sarcastic characters in men, but then find those same characteristics off-putting in women. Especially in children's TV like this, where the characters are often simplified because the target audience is 12-year-olds, a lot of people lose sympathy for characters like Sam Manson. Realistically, she's definitely a lot warmer than other characters in television I've seen. Yes, she's sarcastic. And yes, she struggles to show her feelings, but that's more based off of a fear of actually getting hurt. She cares very deeply about certain topics and people, and when you throw yourself into desires that much, it can be really frightening, and you often open yourself to getting hurt. Her relationship with Gregor is a big moment for that. I understand that will they, won't they is frustrating, but if I opened myself up to a guy who straight up turned out to be faking an entire personality just to get with me, see you later, vulnerability. I am never opening myself up again. Exhibit D, pushing Danny. This is a small one, but I have seen some criticisms of her causing Danny to become a phantom and, quote, ruining his life. Okay, little dramatic considering that's the premise of the show, but the show outwardly also states that Danny would not prefer his life phantomless, and he's much happier helping people with his powers. Especially the ending where he reveals them to the world. I think he's gotten very comfortable with himself at that point. Plus, her pushing him is a really important part of their dynamic. She's hesitant to move herself forward, but she always wants what's best for Danny, and tries to encourage him to go after it as much as possible, which is why I ended up really liking them, and finding on my rewatch that I didn't really hate Sam Manson at all. Thank you so much for watching this video. What show would you like me to do next? I did this based on a request, and I basically didn't know anything about this character, so there's no limits, folks. If you would like to support us further, go to patreon.com/TV_wins. TV_wins. There, you can get full-time reactions, early access to all of our videos, and you can choose whatever you want to see, even though, you know, you could do that by comments anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!